Beautiful day here in southern Alabama, and we're at the Thomaston Cemetery here. And this is a great little cemetery. Don't know the actual date that it started. If we find that, we'll probably throw it up on the screen. But one nice thing about this cemetery, a lot of my family's in this area, so we'll probably see a lot of my family in this cemetery. But Jennifer was looking on Find a Grave. And how many veterans did you find?
Well, it depends on how you look it up. They're saying there's only like 40 veterans out here, but they said there's 786 graves out here. And I honestly don't see how this graveyard is holding 786 graves unless they're buried on top of each other. This is a small cemetery. So we're going to see what they have out here veteran-wise. I know the earliest grave dated out here is like 1836, but that was the year they were born, not the year they died. So I really don't know what the earliest burial is.
All right, so yeah, we'll probably find some of these earlier stones out here, but I mean, there's a lot of history in this area, so there should be.
Yeah, I was looking right here. There looks like there's a lot of old ones, and then there's some old ones this way. Which way do you want to start? You want to start in the back, right?
Sure. Yeah. Let's just pick a spot. It's a real pretty cemetery.
Yeah. Let me
well maintained.
And I'll do a 360 right quick. Well, there's a big gated entrance. I didn't even see that one.
I didn't either.
But I'm going to do a 360 right here. And this is the Thomaston Cemetery in Thomaston, Alabama. It's beautiful out here today. Beautiful fall day. Right. We're going to start back here at the back, see what we got. It is pretty. It's a very small cemetery, but Thomaston also is a small
Yeah, this is a very small town. I remember, when I was, 13, 14 years old, was about the earliest I can remember visiting here from Pennsylvania as a child. And this was just a really small town back then, very backwards, even in the 80s.
And it hasn't really changed that much.
No, I mean, it's very refreshing.
Yeah. Backwards, very refreshing.
No, by backward, I just mean that it's not all the technology that got flashed around in the city. Everything's not neon or glowing.
So you got some buried back here by the fence where the corners are. It looks like they got a road going out that back side right there where they put dirt and stuff. So we'll start back here on one.
There's still some spaces available.
It's beautiful out here. I really do think it's pretty.
Here's some wind chimes.
Looks like they got some cleared out areas back there in the woods. The last time I come through here, it was so hot outside. Wasn't walking anything in the sun. Here's one. And I see a veteran right here. Let's go around this side and see what this is. Barbara Jean Oliver, 1958 to 2011. And here's my private first class, U.S. Army Vietnam, 2010. Marvin Flowers. And it looks like that one's pretty recent on that side. Here we go, another Henry Oliver, so I'm guessing that's probably his dad. World War II.
So it looks like, yeah.
Yeah. See, one thing I like seeing is this tradition of military service in these families continue down from father to son, father to son.
Yeah, I do too. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Oh, look, somebody's had it decorated for Christmas. And yes, Roll Tide, they got a flag up. Look at that. That is beautiful, guys. Gavin Beck Bowden. That's pretty. All right. I guess it's a pot shot from here, like which way to go. Glass. All right. Which way do you want to head?
Oh gosh, just pick a direction.
Trying to look for some of the older ones.
Go to the right, go up and around.
Okay, let's do that. Those are like newer ones. And guys, I don't pull pictures on newer ones and stuff. So let's try to find some of the older ones. Look at there. This is interesting.
Yeah, it
Mosley.
is.
That's pretty, huh?
Well, they were cattle folk, obviously.
Yes, Tommy and Claudia. Might have been farmers. Looks like a whole lot of Mosleys over here.
Yeah.
See that? Here you go. Got a veteran. Let's
Yeah, I
go
guess,
here.
seeing that right there, lets me give a little bit of a complaint and a thank you.
Wow, look at this right here.
What do we got?
That's beautiful. Day is done, gone the sun, from the lake, from the hills, from the sky. All is well, safely rest, God is nigh. Colonel retired Leonard Bruce Crane. Thank you, sir. That's beautiful. You know it?
Mm-hmm.
Cannon, John and Maddie. Yeah, it's been cool. So we've got on 2 layers of clothes and a jacket on this one. Moses. I bet you he's a veteran. Let's see. Samuel Moses, Sergeant U.S. Army, Vietnam.
There we go.
There you go. Thank you, sir. It's pretty, huh?
Very much so.
So this is the Moses family. He's got a flag, so I'm guessing, I don't see what it says he is, but that's Herman Moses Jr., 1920 to 1996. So he would probably be World War I or II. He might be both.
Could he, yeah.
Murray Edward Anderson, Master Sergeant, U.S. Air Force, Vietnam. When I hear about Vietnam and World War II vets and Korean vets, I think about atrocity. I think about how awful those wars were and how inhumane they were.
Oh, for sure.
As far as what they had to see and go through.
Well, and the whole problem was, why were we even there?
Yeah.
It was, no one won.
Rose Filbert, 1895 to 1985. She almost made 100 years.
Almost.
Here we go. James Filbert, Private First Class, U.S. Air Force for World II. All right. I'm finding a lot of veterans. Here's another one.
Gerald Gordon Crocker.
Gerald Crocker, Machine Maintenance, U.S. Navy, World War II. I'm wondering if I can find more than 40 out here. Law. There's another one. You got a lot of veterans here.
Yeah.
Look at this. Maurice Franklin Law, Private U.S. Army, World War II. Nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's another
There's one right here.
Ivan Morning. I don't know what. CWO. Chief Warrant Officer, CWO, U.S. Army, Korea. Yeah. He could have been a Chief Warrant Officer. There's another one up here. Zeb Morgan, Alabama Private U.S. Army, World War I. Wow. So see, I've covered quite a few of them already, and we just got started around here. Pritchett. And he's going to be Revolutionary War or Civil War. James
What do you
Leonard
mean?
Pritchett.
1919?
19 to 1999.
1919, 1999. I know it looks like an 18.
Okay, so he's going to be a veteran right there. That's,
yeah, so that's probably World War II.
Yeah. He's a veteran of foreign wars.
It's probably,
World War II?
Yep.
Okay, let's go here. Let's see. Wow. Here's another one. Oh, Jay, I want to find more than 40. Claude Boozer Sr. That's a veteran of a foreign war. I bet there's a lot more out here than people think.
This part of the state, I wouldn't be surprised.
A.T. Walk. Is that supposed to be an R's or is that their name?
It's probably Walk.
Walk. Yeah, because of that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Let me see. So the Walk, I don't know if I've heard of them. The Walk family. Have you?
No.
Woodmen of the World Memorial. P.M. Cannon, 1876 to 1947. John Cannon.
Ooh, a murder.
Yeah. World War II. Willie Ralston and Sidney Ernest Talbot. Right. Mostly. There's some Etheridges headed that
Yep.
way. Etheridge is my married name. And this is where his family's from, so that could be his family.
Yeah, you'll notice several different spellings of the name.
1 second. I'm going to put the camera on you. Go ahead.
But back in the 40s and 50s and 60s, when my uncles and aunts were born, they all were, I think I only had two of them that actually were born in a hospital. Everyone else was born at home with what's that, a midwife.
Yeah.
And a lot of times down here, illiteracy was high. So there's multiple spellings of our last name just because on the birth certificates it was done wrong.
Okay. Rivers. Here's the first Etheridge we come up to. William Nealon and Addie Cannon. And Cannon seems to be a common last name out here. So we'll see if any of them, how they're probably all related in somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Maddie Williams. Prophet Robert Reedy. All right. This area has a rich history. Not. Okay, then. Dating all the way back. You know, it's to the Creek and Indian Removal Act and stuff like that. And this area had a big settlement. So this is the history here in Thomaston is steeped in all kinds of conflict and different kinds of things that happened politically that was going on, the upheaval and unrest. Then you got all the decades of all these people laying here that saw these changes going on in their community. And Thomaston being a very, very small community, you know, how big was that to them? To see integration, to see the Civil War, to see things like that.
To see it all come in and happen.
Yeah,
yes.
and the wars.
The thing about this town, though, is it seems like an older generation will have its biases, stereotypes, or whatever. And when that generation dies out, it's forgotten, and it's removed from the books in this area. It's neat how it works, but it does that in a lot of small towns. You know, you just let the old people die, and then it's gone. And that seems to be what they do.
Usually the hatred and the isms that everybody has dies with the generation.
Right.
So, you know, you're seeing that all buried here. And that's how come sometimes, like even with the Gus sessions, you might hear stuff that is racial. You got to understand the time period they're from. And when their time period and when that generation died off, those isms go with them.
Right.
Because Thomaston's not carrying that now. DeWitt. Out here by herself. A loving wife, a devoted mother, faithful friend. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Beautiful. All right. Go back here and look at, what is this? Oh, I got a mason.
Yeah.
Surprise. Oh, I got to see what that is on top.
Several in this little area.
Look at this. I bet that's for a certain thing that he did in the club.
And that's one of those Arabian type
rank.
knives.
Yeah,
right?
it's that's symbolic of something.
And a
important.
medal, 1917.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up and find out what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a list of their symbols. See, here comes another one of the stars.
You hear something over there in the woods too?
I've been hearing it.
Yes.
Okay. See the stars. Now we can read the letters. It has L, F, A, I, A, and I in the middle.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? L's on the top left, F's on the top right, A's to the right, I's down here, A's right there, and then an I in the middle.
Huh.
See that?
See, because there's a mason right here, and he has something on the center of his as well.
I'm going to look at that. Yep. He's a woodman, too.
Oh. Huh. Okay. Well, that
I've never seen a
that
dual
cleared
membership.
something up, didn't it?
Yes,
Because we were
it
talking
did.
just the other day. We were wondering about the separate organizations.
Right.
So obviously the woodsman, you can be a woodsman and a mason.
Right. I don't see how they would contradict.
I don't either.
Yeah. Here goes another one. Let's see what they have. It looks like they're from the same order. They all have the same insignia there. Let's see this one.
It's just like, but the Arabian swords like blowing my mind.
I think it has something to do with the certain order they're in. So I'm going to find out what that means.
Okay, because it kind of reminds me of some graphics from, I'm trying to think back, the French Foreign Legion.
Right, yes.
That's kind of what that reminds me of.
From, was Second Himalayan's, when he was fighting in the French Foreign Legion, it reminds me of some of those symbols.
Yes.
That you see, Maggie Sheffield. 1919. Sheffield's. Let's go down this.
Yeah, French Foreign Legion was something. You'd go out one night drinking with your buddies and wake up on a ship the next day ready for go to battle.
Yeah, right. Here you go, some Etheridges. Got Ann Mitchell and Cecil D. Okay.
They're still alive today. Wow.
James Keith Etheridge. All right. Here we go. AIC U.S. Air Force, 1952 to 2013. Here's a Lieutenant Air Corps, United States Army. James Bailey Mitchell.
I like that. WW2 Air Corps.
See, y'all have a good family legacy yourself. Right?
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that was a scroll or a deer or something moving around over there. Something was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Here we got another veteran up here in the corner. Mary Walk. Let's see what this one is. William McGee Owens, Master Sergeant, U.S. Air Force, World War II, Korea.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, that's pretty.
Is that World War II or World War II and Korea?
World War II and Korea.
And
Sorry.
Korea?
Yes.
Okay.
Home is the sailor. Oh, that's right. Say it. Thank you, sir. I'm a sailor too, so thank you. And I agree with that statement. Ellie Inez Schroeder. CW Honeycutt. Reminds me of MASH whenever I hear Honeycutt. I can't help it. Schroeder. We got the Schroeders. Wow, it's nice out here.
Well, you know, I'm looking at this, March 4th, 1918, and there's no death date.
So she's still alive. That's good.
Yeah, it is.
Parker. So these are all Parkers. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this, guys. These are all Parkers, and it's starting with Edward. Go down here. When it's a family like that, yeah, you got to do it a little different. And then it ends down here at Sidney Whitley. So the Whitleys married in. We got the Gunners and the Kenyons. There's a Lowry right here on the back end of this one. See that?
And that's very possible one of my cousin's family there.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we had a lot of cannons out here. You see that name a lot. This is pretty, I think it's really nice out here.
Yeah, it is.
It's quiet, isn't it?
Very much
Let
so.
me get a picture of this one here. See, this is the Thomaston Cemetery, Marengo County. This is southeast Alabama, guys. When you say that, southeast?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Schroeder. Eugenia Tucker. So we have Tuckers. Let's see. The Woodman of the World.
Huh.
I'm willing to bet a lot of these woodsmen were Masons. 1878 to 1926, and it says, "There shall be no night there." That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
What is this back here? He was 1934 to 1936. Our darling little son and brother. It's sad how so many infants died.
It is, but you know, you got to remember, 1930s. We're still just
I forgot
after
what
the
year
Depression.
penicillin was invented.
1800s. But here, though, you got to remember, 1930s still recovering from the Depression, and most of the people that lived here had no idea there was a Depression.
But the Alabama, they said, didn't recover till the 40s,
Right.
after the World War I started.
Right, so that's another reason there's a lot of infant deaths at that time. Because even if medical treatment was available, people couldn't afford the doctors.
Well, I know that feeling. Everybody knows that
Well, see,
sentiment
that's
right
relevant
now.
today.
Yes.
I
So
know
I
for a
get it.
fact the cure to cancer is out there. They're just not going to release it because there's no money in cures. Polio proved that. And what's scary is I think I'm one of the last generation to get the polio shot.
Yep, probably.
Because we got the new shot. I got the new shot that didn't leave the scar.
I didn't get a shot. I don't know if I should be saying that online, like that I didn't get vaccinated. It didn't come back to me. You got an unvax over here? Non-vaxxer. I've been doing okay without it. Right?
Right, you have been.
John Wesley Buck and Julia McKnight Buck. Beautiful. Let's see. In memory of Edward Earl Buck.
I do like that white marble.
Martha Ann Tower off of Joseph Buck. So this was his wife and that's wife. Both of his wives. So one died, he married again.
Right.
That's nice. I mean, they're buried all next to each other.
Yeah.
That's the only way I want that situation. Robert Lee George, 1875 to 1912. We trust in God to meet again. That's beautiful. And it's true. Very true.
Very much so. Well, we're not trusting in God. What are we doing here?
I can't make it without them. Let's go over here and look at this. Looks like a seashell, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what it says. Meona, Virginia. I think this is Inklet. 1877 to 1907.
I would say Enclet too. Enclett. Yeah.
Inklet. Usually when you see a bunch of graves like this in a row, they're probably going to be a family or babies.
Yeah.
1878 to 1882, flowers. 1838 to 1925, so that's the father. Here's the mother. Yeah. And the brother. So you got father, mother, 2 children. And look at these. Wow.
Coincidentally, 1928 is when he passed, and that's the year of the stock market crash. And I don't know about this individual, but unfortunately, a lot of people, when they didn't have, when they lost their money or whatever,
They unalived themselves.
right, they weren't able to take it, so they took themselves out of society.
Right, yeah. These are old.
Yeah, they are. There's no way of knowing now.
Unless I can find the pictures of them that matches, those are unknowns.
Buchanan.
Sometimes I can. It depends on if their family have put them up there. All right. Catherine Golden Austin and Cicero Raymond Austin. Now, I love both of those names. Cicero and Catherine. That's nice. Let's see this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. That's like a little fountain.
That's what I was noticing.
Julia Buck Jackson. I love that script.
I do too.
That old calligraphy
Yes.
looking script. That's pretty. He was 2 years old. That's a pretty one.
It is.
See, I love these little white marble with the script. That's pretty.
It is.
It really is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
John Wesley Golden. So you know who he was named after. What? Something wrong?
I thought I felt something biting me, and I was looking down to make sure I didn't step on one of the anthills.
Let's see what this says. Wow. Harold Edwards, born May 1907, died 8 October 1907. Right?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. Let's see what it is. Anna Edwards, born 1879, died 1907. That's just written in cursive, guys, on top. Now I can read it. Yep. This is why you need to learn cursive.
Yeah.
James Edwards, born April 1903, died July 1907.
Wow. The foundation of the country is written in cursive, too.
This one says, Something Edwards. May 1903. This is something 1907. I'll find it, but I don't know what that. I can't read that one. Go over here and see. Now, I had a bet that all these graves all lined up in order by themselves and everything was Etheridge's. Let's go over here and see this. That's another baby. George Thomas. Let's see. Eva. Something Webb. Wife of J.P. Webb. And here's J.P. Webb. John Powell Webb. These are 1880s. Okay. Webb. Reverend G.W. Webb. I'm guessing this is, yeah, that's his wife. Being a reverend is a hard job. All right, we got, these are some newer ones. Robidoux and Pack, right? Buck, Pack. Got to get down to here and see this. Let's see if he's the patriarch down here. Most of the time they are, right? Yep.
Right.
Charles Brooks Thomas, 1858 to 1919. An immortal spirit has been lifted up to God who gave it. Yeah. You know what? I have told people about this, and he was a doctor. And I've told people about this, What happens when you have more spirit than you do lifetime on earth? That's the residual energies of spirits you get sometimes when they have so much spirit. You know what I'm saying? That they're so alive and so full of joy in life. That they have more spirit. And when you hear about someone like that dying, you're thinking, no way, that person had more spirit than life itself. Right?
Right.
That's sometimes the residual energies you get, it's because there is that much energy left behind from that person. And he's one of them. And that was his wife, Maggie. I believe that's true, though. When you have more spirit than life.
Yes.
Buck. Joseph Buck. 1880, 1947. You see how they did these in this marble to make sure that it was going to weather time. Walter Buck. Captain U.S. Air Force. And it's pretty. And it kind of looks prestigious, right?
It does.
Let's go over here and see this. All treats. These are all infants. See, guys? All of these are infants. They only have dates. She might have lost them in pregnancy or at stillbirth. I'm just zigzagging through. I'm checking for veterans too, getting names. It is free out here.
It is.
Here you go. There's an Etheridge on the end. Louis Floyd Will, Private First Class, U.S. Army, World War II. There's a Singleton. Here's an Etheridge. Elizabeth Etheridge Woodall, 1914 to 2009. And Darwood, 1911 to 1969. There's some more. Coming up on them now. They must be up here in this corner. We found them, huh? Let's see. Eddie Barkley. Private First Class, U.S. Army, World War II. There's things jumping all over the woods. Here's an Etheridge.
Well, I think our daytime highs, next couple of days is going to be, real low. So if you're going to get something to eat, you're going to do it now.
Let's see. Aubrey Gwynn, Peter, 1919, and Clarice Etheridge. Clarice Galt Words. Emmett Lee Ward. Cox. Oh, a Coxman. U.S. Navy. I'm going to have to look up what that is. Coxman. It has to do... I'm thinking that's a job on the bridge, but I'm not going to say it. Nope. I don't know. Robert Lesby?
Mm-hmm.
Staff Sergeant, U.S. Air Force. Here we go.
Stokes.
James Stokes. Yeah. This is very pretty out here.
It is.
Samuel Clinton Canyon. Swindle. Cut a little this way. Whew. That's a big cemetery.
It is.
It's bigger than it looks when you're just
It
looking
is.
at it.
It is.
There might be 800 people out here. I know I can't get to all of them. Covering the ones I can catch. I saw that cross. I thought it was a veteran. There is one. Clyde Ferguson, Staff Sergeant, U.S. Air Force.
There.
1930. What?
Well, I'm looking at the cross on there. I'm wondering if Betty, our mother, I'm wondering if she was...
She might have just said spiritual. I'm going to look it up because I'm going to look them up.
Okay. I was wondering that might be WAC.
Huh? Yeah. I've caught a couple of them already. You know?
I think that's awesome when you find the ladies that were in the WAC.
Yeah. And you find those buried all over because they go back home and they're buried in their towns. Let's see. It's interesting. Might be their family crest.
Could be.
Henley. You know what?
Could be. There is a lot of Scottish Irish in this area.
All right. Well, that was a good little tour.
Yeah, it was.
Around the cemetery. So we're going to move on through Thomaston and see what else we can find out here. You want to?
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
All right, guys. Have a good morning.
All right. Take it easy.